Got me there. What's going on, everybody? It's episode number 191. My cup of tea. Be there for the finale, 200. It's not the finale. We'll be doing this till we're 90.
Oh boy. Ryan Reynolds said that one line and then I've been using it for literally anybody who's reaching 90. It's just like, use that quote. It's so funny.
It'll never end.
But yeah, glad to be back. We're here another week. Another week goes by. We have another Monarch Legacy of Monsters season 2, episode 2 to talk about. I'm really liking this season so far, so I can't wait to talk about that. There was some Pixar movie news. I forgot to ask before going live. You also saw Hoppers this weekend, or did you watch just the Oscar movies?
Well, I saw a hell of a lot of movies, but yeah, I saw Hoppers. Yeah.
Wow, you saw Hoppers and day 2 of the Oscars, or
day 1
of the Oscars?
Day 2 is this Saturday. So I saw 5 Oscar noms.
Oh wow, you see that on Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Nice. So yeah, we can talk about Hoppers for a bit,
gonna
and then
every single one of them.
You can give me your quick thoughts. But yeah, let's talk about Monarch here first. I would say it's fresh in my mind, but it's been a couple of days. I saw this on Friday.
I saw this yesterday, last night, on a big.
Oh wow! You're not watching it live on.
No,
Big old TV. You got a new TV?
No, I got a clients who have an awesome system. So I just like watching stuff. So got a chance to watch the new Monarch that way. It did just goddamn the budget is so good on this show.
It's really good. It's insanely good. You can tell the budget has gone up, even though like certain areas still look like CGI-ish. Like certain backgrounds, like it's not volume-y, but like when they're on Kong Skull Island, in episode 1, it looked a little bit like iffy in places.
It's biblical, man.
Kong Skull Island, of course. Just some random island. Wherever he goes, it's a new Kong Skull Island.
We're sailing to Kong Skull Island
every time. But yeah, very fun episode, which went to places I should have expected, but I didn't really predict at the end of last week's episode. With the death of Natalia Verdugo, horrible accent there, sorry. We lost leadership at Monarch. So who's in charge, Nathan? Who's pushing the pens? Who's giving out the orders? What's going on?
Well, it's a Tim no last name. That's who's doing it.
Yeah, we really do not know his last name.
They probably said it in like the first episode and never since.
Never said it again. It's just Tim. But yeah, so Tim, immediately we cut to this episode, and Tim is the one where the guy on the desk, who's not playing Galaga, he's asking Tim, like, hey, buddy, what do we do here? Do we follow the monster that has just left Kong Skull Island? Or do we continue, do we just tread water? And Tim is kind of hesitant. He's kind of like, okay, I want to go after the monster, but at this rate, it's very dangerous. We're not and if we do catch up to the monster, what can we do? Because we're not a military vessel, we're a discovery vessel. It kind of reminded me of Star Trek in some ways. It's like we're just discovering shit. We can't really fight, even though Star Trek they can definitely box.
Yeah.
So this one was kind of right. I'm a doctor. So this one's kind of awkward. Like, what do you do? But then you have Shaw, who we know from last season. He came back, and it was funny if you guys watch our commentaries. Shaw comes back from basically out of thin ice. And he immediately takes over half of Monarch to do his bidding, to do his bidding and overtake certain stations to try and get back to, or at least, divert the next G-Day, and it all goes to hell, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so we see that recklessness pop up again in this episode in more ways than one, and that recklessness and Tim's like hesitancy are clashing heads because both of them aren't great at what they're doing throughout the episode. But what did you think about this clash of heads between Shaw and Tim?
It doesn't last long. They end up having to work together anyhow. But I do like it's very obvious they need each other to really function because Shaw has a bit more of the survivalist nature, while Tim has a greater knowledge of how the whole inner workings of Monarch runs. So without each other, they can't function properly.
Exactly, and what's so funny is like you're right. Like they do like it was like 2 scenes later. You get Shaw looking at like the dossier about like, hey, this is what I got from like Washington, basically, and he like rips it up, and he is like, you know what, Shaw, we're gonna do your thing. We're gonna follow the beast, Jaws style. But then again, even later on in the episode, you have Shaw making calls that are very still reckless, even if he's trying to work with Tim. I.e., like when they're trying to scope out Titan X with the what's it called, drones. Shaw's like, I was like, what are you doing, Shaw? Like, I'm trying to just like swat Shaw's hand and be like, hey, yo, get off my monitor, yo. Let me control this thing. What are you doing?
If I may, the pilot was like if the water's real choppy, if I get any closer, I could lose the drone. And I hear that, and I panicked when Shaw just fucking slammed it down. However, it cuts to like it diving 50 fucking feet down. I'm like, you have so much more room to get closer. just get closer.
Yeah, he could have gotten closer, but I'm like, Shaw, like, what did Shaw think was going to happen if he got closer to a monster that has a huge ass tail? Like, yeah, the waters might not get you. We can probably balance out above the waters, but the monster was inevitably going to hit this thing behind it, just like casually, just swat it casually. I'm like, and then Shaw's like, oh shit, we got another one of those. I'd have been pissed. I'm like, that's like more than $1,000 for a drone. What are you doing?
Tim was pissed. He was silently pissed, and Shaw just had to sit there like, oh, I fucked up. that was good. Good humble.
Yeah. So yeah, they have a lot of working to do, but watching these two butt heads work together, rinse and repeat, it continued to showcase, to me at least, Nathan, Keiko is the one who should be in charge. I'm not going to get off this high horse until I see it happen on my screens. I am putting it into motion, whether this is the end of season 2 or maybe season 3. I'm still crossing my fingers for season 3 for Apple's most expensive TV show.
It's interesting to say that, because I feel like a lot of like the core group could like function on like the driving force forward for Monarch. I was watching them all together on the ship in different parts, and I'm like, this feels like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a lot in a way, just like this full team in this one big military location.
I used to love certain episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. By the way, Marvel's best show. I used to love certain episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I'm sorry, Daredevil fans, Daredevil season 1 and season 3 are still, their peak too.
Yeah, but we have Ghost Rider here.
Like for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., short tangents, like it's not just a quantity issue because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has like 7 or some seasons, and certain seasons aren't as great as Daredevil, but they're equally as fun and captivating and like electric and emotional. It's just not as short, succinct, and to the point as a Daredevil season is.
Sure.
But anyways, go watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I love that show to death. I need to do a full rewatch, but it is 7 seasons, and I don't have the time.
Commentary.
We could do like a year-long commentary of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It would be interesting. It's been a hot minute. I've wanted to revisit. I haven't gotten past season 4.
I thought you were going to say like season 1 or 2. Season 4, that's a deep run. So
yeah, got to the Ghost Rider of it all, and I really want him back so bad. I mean, in the multiverse,
I know,
It
right?
always is. It
It's
always.
not.
I know like there's some like diverging timeline stuff later, but
Yeah.
it's all canon to me. Coulson lived. It's all canon to me.
Yeah, it's all canon. It's just that do the movies want to make it canon? Are they ever going to reference anything that
It's
happened?
well, there's rumor that Vision Quest might coming up, but that's the same function of how all the Netflix stuff has been working. Like until recently, it was up in the air until they were like, okay, it is. So I think it will.
I still don't know how Vision Quest is going to make Agent Shield canon unless like they're just going to bring back a character and be like, oh, this means Agent Shield is canon now. It's like,
I'm not sure. It could be like a reference to the greater events of the MCU that happened.
They're not going to reference
I think
anything that happens in Agent Shield seasons 4 through 7. It's too goofy.
I feel like I heard they might be referencing Ava, maybe, in the greater artificial intelligence of that we're all exploring.
Oh yeah, those were some good arcs. The AI, like those crazy arcs.
I don't know the actor's name either, but the guy who plays Jonathan in the Mummy movies, he was there. It was good.
He's great. He's great. If they bring back him for Vision Quest, that'd be pretty damn cool. I don't think he died. I think he's safe. I think he's sound, alive, a warm body.
Quake is back, Evan. You just wait.
If they bring back Quake, yo, oh my god, I will lose my mind. She's
Thoughts
amazing.
on the name?
It's okay. It's good. She makes quakes. I don't know.
Is that 3 names? That's a superhero name, or is that her like name?
It's her superhero name. You think so? She was born with the name Quake?
No, but I know she had 2 names prior to that. And I never got to the point where she was called Quake. So
did she? I forget what her names were. It's been a minute since I watched the show. I don't know. I think
it went from Sky to Daisy. Right?
Oh yeah, Sky was her nickname. Daisy's her. Is Daisy her true name? like once they found like, oh, her mom. This is her mom, and her mom gave her this name. I think that name was Daisy. It might. I don't know. It might be the other way around. It could be Sky, and they called her.
Great actress for her parents as well.
Great actress. Her parents are going to be, her parents have been in a lot of things. The mom, at least.
Yeah.
She was in the 100.
The dad was a Twin Peaks guy, right?
I never watched Twin Peaks.
Well, if you saw who I'm talking about, you know. The original Paul Atreides in the 80s Dune movie.
That was her dad?
Yeah.
I only remember like Sky's mom. I don't remember her dad that much in the show. Okay.
Jurassic World Dominion's own.
Oh, that person?
That's the one who had the Raptors.
Yeah.
Like a sound cannon.
Oh wow. Okay. I'll take your word for
Altered Carbon Zone.
You watched that show?
No.
Oh.
Why do I know so much?
Why are you name dropping all this shit that you haven't seen?
I know. I haven't seen Twin Peaks either. I really need to.
Okay.
I'll stick with my Marvel references.
Stick to what you know.
Monarch.
I forget what we were fucking talking about.
Keiko leading Monarch.
But yeah, I think it just makes so much sense. There was a fun meme online where they're like, Keiko needs to get some new clothes. Because there was a preview for episode 3, and she's walking with Shaw wearing like the same outfit in present day. I'm like, come on, like give her some, I don't know, give her some new jeans and a new jacket or something. Let her live a little.
It's funny all the little things like she has to come to grips with every episode. She's like, "What do you mean they check your luggage at the airport?"
That was funny. Yeah, Shaw's not a big fan of TSA. But I never mind. People hate like TSA. Like I never really have a problem with this. Like
if you know how it runs, it's pretty fluent. I mean, sometimes it's annoying to be like, "Could you like come into the scanner?" Yeah, that could be annoying. But like,
yeah, they pull you.
Otherwise, it's fairly smooth. I'm more annoyed when it's like, I'll get there and then there's like no bins left for me, so I'm just awkwardly there on the in between. Like, what the fuck?
No bins, really? I never had that happen. Oh, what time do you go to the airport?
Ohio.
You can go there
It
partly.
varies, I guess. Fucking. I mean, yeah, if it's like mega early and no one's there, that's fine. But...
Yeah. But yeah, overall, solid storyline going on in present day. We also see, I would say Daisy. We also see Kate, really struggling to come to terms with her decision. Last week, she opened up Pandora's box. Titan X is now out in the open. It's heading towards all these ships. Any death, basically, Kate is going to try and put on her shoulders. She's going to put the weight on her shoulders because she feels like this is all her fault. But at the same time, it's like, it's not, it is and it isn't, right? Like, if I'm Kentaro or Hiroshi, the two people who tried to talk to her in this episode, I'd be like, you know what? It is your fault, but we all went with you. Like, we have to move past this. Like, we all went with you with the objective of saving Shaw. We willingly knew that, like, you know, what was going to happen. When it came to like pulling the lever, that was you, but we're here for you. We can't like linger on in the past. We got to keep moving forward. And I did like that motion of Hiroshi being like, I can't really stay in the past, given how messy his past is. It's always best for him to keep on moving forward, and that kind of didn't sit well with Kate. But yeah, so Kate and her father are still having, you know, growing pains, which I like. You know, it's not gonna be easy for them to just be on simpatico terms.
I do like his fatherly move to his willingness to take the blame for the fallout because of his actions, because he knows he can take the heat of the emotional turmoil from that. He just wants to take that away, the pain away from his daughter. I like that. That felt very like fatherly to just make that personal sacrifice.
I agree completely. I think he's growing into that fatherly role for sure. But another role that he's kind of like slowly getting into is the role of a son, right? It is very interesting that he's having this relationship with his mom, who's slightly younger than him now, you know, and he knows more of the world than his own mom. It's a very, very weird dynamic, but I really like just some of the small scenes they have together. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Very adorable.
Don't bite your nails. That was really cute.
Yeah, it's just so funny. It's like, what are her thoughts on all the pencil shavings that he's been dealing with over the years?
Terrible.
Got to fix that. So yeah, they have a very great dynamic. I'm really liking those two a lot. But yeah, you know, I'm continuing to be interested in what Shaw and Keiko are going to get into in a post, like very, very, very post Bill Randa show. He died years and years and years ago, decades ago. But now they finally, like for them, for Keiko, it wasn't that long ago. And for Shaw, who's been out of the world for so long, this is only, once again, big, like mortal tether to like what he had in the past. So is a spark going to happen later on this season between, you know, Kurt Russell and Keiko? You never really know. I'm curious to see how they handle it.
Maybe he goes back into the Hollow Earth adjacent. It's like, I'll wait for you. It'd be quick for me, technically. Well, you wait for me, right?
Yeah. That's funny. Just so they can like even up the ages.
Comes out, she's gone. I'm too late.
Fuck.
I slept too long.
Roll it back. But yeah, it's so fascinating that we're getting Keiko and Shaw stuff in the present. Meanwhile, we're getting continued throuple sexual charged energy in the past, which I'm just loving the fuck out of, Nathan. You know, in this episode, we see the team split up, which is not Shaw's plan. So last week we learned that, hey, this Titan X creature has some kind of connection, or it is the same creature that was in episode that was in the past, 1957. So they went to South America. They find this group of people. Hence, episode 2, we learned that this group of people is some kind of like religious cult, which I thought was really fascinating. Nathan, it kind of reminded me of the King Kong cult that we see like in the Peter Jackson movies. Like when they're on Skull Island and you see like them like kind of having like this religious ceremony. It kind of reminded me of that, which was always a scary scene for me when I was a kid with the first King Kong movie.
It's very scary.
It used to freak me the fuck out. That was very horrifying. Especially when they went on the boat to kidnap the girl. I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. But yeah, this kind of cult worshiping a Titan kind of reminded me of that. We don't see it that often in this universe.
Yeah, man, it is pretty intense. Not as scary as Jackson's, but it's definitely unsettling. Like locking all the doors and like letting the plague take them.
Yeah, that was fast. I mean, you said letting the plague take them. They seem to have like not contingencies, but like they just go in and shut the doors. They seem pretty safe there.
They put the lamb's blood up.
They put the lamb's blood up. Yeah, I mean, I've been meaning to talk to you about this since Friday, and you watched it recently. Cutting to the end of the episode here, when they're trying to summon the Titan, does it come naturally? Because Keiko feels it very early on in the episode, shortly after Bill Randa leaves. So once again, Bill Randa leaves to go search for where the Titan could end up, kind of like preemptively go to a stop where it's going to be so we can like study it by the time it gets to some location. I don't know where. Meanwhile, Keiko and Shaw in the past stay behind to try and discover the connection between this location in South America and the Titan creature. During this discovery scene, we get like Keiko's like, "Do you feel that?" And Shaw's like, "Yeah, I feel that. The energy." But Keiko's like talking about the vibrations beneath her feet, so she feels it very early on in the episode, and then at the end of the episode, she feels it again, and this is when the Titan appears. Did they summon the Titan, or did it just come naturally at this random time? Like, is it the time of the season? Because I think they mentioned like the Titan hasn't been there in a long time, but now it's back. Yeah. I just don't know how it came to this location and why.
They could have been lying, and it was coming, and they knew. But yeah, I think I don't. It could also be like revealed later that like maybe they had one of the creatures to summon. I don't exactly know. Maybe the creature mainly stays in the ocean on the shoreline. I'm wondering. Well, I guess like the kaijus are free to go in and out of like the different hollow scapes of the earth. It just almost seemed like in the first episode there was a panic, especially from Kong, that like this thing was freed, like it was trapped down there. And I wonder if we'll see how that course of action plays out if it was trapped.
Good point. Yeah, because episode 1 we see it come out of Axel Monday, whatever it's called. That one in between world. It's like, oh shit. But in this one, it just freely comes up the shores of wherever they are, Argentina, South America. But yeah, it just felt like in the episode they cut the fish. The thing that they're gutting, is that one of the scarab beetles?
No, it's a fish. It's like it looks like a deep sea fish because of like how hollow its eyes look. And that could be a thing that's like in tandem with this Titan coming in, maybe like kind of similar to -1 Godzilla. Like whenever it arises, it brings up from the depths the deep sea fish. There's plentiful to feast upon.
Good point. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I guess we'll learn more about it because she cuts it, and then it's like, okay, now we hide. And it's like, how do you guys know? Like they cut it, and then it's like, oh, that's a signal that the monster's coming in. So I'm like, did they know that it was like that time they cut it, like the smell? Whatever.
I'm not entirely sure. It was a part of a ritual because they end up drawing the double pupil of the kaiju's eyes on the center for the human's third eye. So I thought was cool. Because they do the match cut later. But yeah, it seems like they probably know this is probably like the course that it's set to chart, and Bill Randa probably got the false info from them that like, oh, it hasn't been around in a while, so maybe he thinks it's already moved on when in actuality it was on its way, and then we'll be following that path.
True. Okay. Good point. Good point. So yeah, I wonder if Bill's gonna turn around in next episode, or we just stick with more Keiko and Shaw
Yeah.
alone together. It's just so
That
funny, man.
to that
Um,
point, you were saying how earlier she's feeling the vibrations after pouring her heart about not only like how much she cares for Bill and how much Billy cares for her, but also for uh, Shaw as well. And it's just all being part of it. And then she's like, "Do you feel that?" Because she focuses on the vibration, but he's there. He doesn't feel it, so he's just like, "What am I supposed to feel?" Like he's very lost, but he's like, but also open and vulnerable.
yeah, it's so good. I mean, Wyatt Russell is doing such great work as Shaw. He's like, what am I? He's a confused romantic. Like he's like, what do I do? I still like you, but I respect that you like Bill. I love Bill too. Like it's so awkward and complicated between them. I love it every single time. And then like at the end when they're like drunk, basically, getting like, woozy from the thing that they got slipped. They're all like running through the motions, all like together. I'm like, what is happening? Because they're like, were they like embracing each other at the end there? Uh,
Yeah,
before
they
like the
fall into each
ritual
other,
really
and
got
then
started.
yeah, they didn't kiss, but they maybe this was just Shaw's thinking back to the kiss from the pier in season one. So I'm like, oh man, it is big feels for Shaw. Shaw really just has to sit there and just like not be able to move in because he loves Billy as well.
Yeah, it can't be on him. It can't be on him.
Like they earlier in the episode, they're saying goodbye and they're like kissing, and he's just there like
Yeah, it's so awkward.
like even before you cut to him, he's out of focus in the back, just behind Billy, and just like, oh, stop
Yeah,
looking.
great blocking every single time. Yeah, for sure.
They should all
I,
just be a throuple and be done with it.
That's what I'm saying, Nathan. That's what I'm saying. No one would mind. Literally, I think the fan
Everybody would
base would
probably
be.
mind in the 50s.
Oh yeah. I'm about to say the online fan base wouldn't mind at all. Um, but yeah, it's very funny. Um, but yeah. So yeah, good
By the way,
episode overall. Hmm?
later when Kate's still sulking and Cora comes to see her, somebody make a move.
Oh, you kind of froze up on me. What'd you say?
When Cora's coming to check on Kate, I'm like, can one of you like confirm what's happening between you two,
Yeah,
please?
yeah, yeah. And by the way, like I like how they are saying like Cora more this season than May. I guess we're just gonna
Yeah.
stick with that, which is fine by me. Legend of Cora fan over here. But yeah, like a lot of the Cora and Kate stuff, I'm just like, are they going to kiss, make out, something? Come on, give us something. Like, what's going on here with this relationship? Um, I need more of it. I like it a lot. Um, so good stuff from Kate and Cora. Um, I guess her ship name is just Cora. You can just
Cora 8,
crate,
Kate Aura.
Cora. Um, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll leave it to the shippers. Um, but yeah, the ending of like the prologue, the ending of the past got crazy with Titan X flipping over the whole like pier. They go into an abandoned house and it gets like torn to shreds. So they're obviously going to make it out alive, but like, do they stick around now? I doubt it's going to come back, but like, what is their next steps looking like?
Yeah. To that point, in regards to Titan X, they've done something here that I love when shows do. The marketing was like mysterious, like, oh, what is this? What is this Titan? We're getting like a lot of brief, like close-up shots. Like, what is it? Its true form. And then by the end of episode 2, we just see it
Yeah.
full force, hiding it away in secrecy. It's just like, all right, we have like a base function of how it works, and this is what it looks like, and it's really intense and intimidating. And now we can just kind of get moving with the whole involvement of it fully.
which is great. Yeah, like I don't mind seeing the full monster already. Episode 2, we have 8 episodes. I think this is a 10-episode season, so we have like
Mm.
8 episodes to go to really get the full breadth of like, okay, we now know what it looks like. We know how dangerous it can be. Crisis is averted in both the past and the present. So it's like, what do we do now? Because we might have shaved like these random ships by pulling off like one of the scarabs and giving it back to the monster. But as we saw on the back, the monster has like hundreds of those small little creatures on its back, and any one of those can be very dangerous in a populated area. So what's our next play? What do we want to do here, Tim or Shaw or whoever's in fucking charge here? I guess we got to wait from orders from Washington. But good stuff. But yeah, overall, I did get a good going back to it, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. vibe.
Yeah.
So getting the whole group in one like isolated, hectic location was really good for me. Really worthwhile. So that's it for Monarch season 2, episode 2 of the show. I also wanted to quickly, I didn't put it in our show notes, but Godzilla -0, Nathan's most anticipated movie of all time. It is going to CinemaCon in April, which is fascinating. This is the first time that G Kids, I know G Kids because they're a very famous anime production company. Really shelling out a lot of like animated movies into America. They are the ones who are going to be distributing -0 in the.
I think Evan's cut out. We're gonna give him a second to come back in. But yeah, as it's going, I'm very excited about the prospect of -0. I'm hoping for, obviously the best because it was so immaculate. The first one, that was my favorite Godzilla movie, and still is. Hang on, got him back, coming back in.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yep.
So yeah, like G Kids is going to be distributing -0 in the States, and they're going to be going to CinemaCon for the first time. I don't know what else they got to display at CinemaCon besides -0. Usually studios go there, repping up like, hey, this is what's good for theaters. And -0, no doubt, is going to be good for theaters in November, which is already a packed month with Hunger Games. I don't know if Lionsgate is going to CinemaCon. Maybe. I don't know. But Hunger Games and what was the Disney movie coming out in November? I don't know. But there's going to be a Disney movie coming out in November. There always is. I think they have a new movie called Hexed or something like that. I don't know. Either way, -0 comes to CinemaCon. Takashi, my boy, said on Twitter, the director of -0 said that he has an announcement to make on at CinemaCon. So that'd be cool. It'd be cool if he announced like a third. That'd be crazy if he announced like, hey, this is going to be a trilogy. That would be insane.
-0 part 1. And then as traditionally part 1s go these days, we'll get its sequel and be like, we're going to drop the parts and we're going to get a new title.
Yeah, basically. As, per the course.
I've been seeing that around, like right now, Dead Reckoning is on Netflix and it's just called that. And I'm like, but is it going to say part 1 if I hit play?
What if I hit play? But yeah, that's exciting. I don't think we are going to get a trailer, at least for the public. I don't know if we're going to get a trailer, but I think in April we'll get some solid, like, what's it called? Synopses. Because we talked about a synopsis that was like rumored, but nothing confirmed. We could get a synopsis confirmation in April. We could get attendees describing what they saw in April. So we're getting closer and closer to getting a good look at what this movie is shaping up to be. how is it going to be different from -1? You know, does Takashi, is it an announcement of like the other kaiju that's going to be in the movie? We don't know, but there are a lot of details about the movie that we just don't know for sure, confirmed yet, which I'm
Yeah, I
excited
w-
to see.
I would like to get confirmation on if the kaiju other than Godzilla in this movie is one that's an original kaiju or if it's an adaptation of
Mm,
a Toho existing one, since this is Toho themselves that are making the Japanese iteration here.
exactly. And I think that is something that is interesting to share, at least because not all the attendees are obviously Godzilla fans, but I think it'll get people excited. Like, what's going to grab seats in the theater? But like, hey guys, this kaiju is going to be in -0. Come see our movie in November. It's going to be huge. And maybe they announced like because they did announce also IMAX worldwide exclusivity for that weekend. Um,
Yeah.
Maybe even longer for Godzilla. So I know I'm going to be seeing this at least 2 to 3 times opening weekend. I don't care if it's ass cheeks. I doubt it. But similar to Rise of Skywalker, this is like Rise of Skywalker level of like I'm going to see this as many times as possible because I love -1 so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's about it for Godzilla news. Um, Besides that, there was some what's it called? Some Disney news over the past week. Um, so well, first of all, today they announced that Catherine Hahn is going to be Mother Gothel in the live action Tangled remake, which
Very
is
good.
pretty cool. Pretty cool. Have you seen
Yeah.
Tangled yet, Nathan?
Recently, in the
Yeah.
last month,
Yeah.
I have.
Oh.
Phenomenal.
Oh, really? For the last month, you just seen Tangled? Seriously?
Yeah, I'd seen bits and pieces throughout the years,
Wow.
but I'd
What'd you
never done
think?
like a start to finish. It's fantastic. There's like some of like the top level written humor in a lot of like Disney history. That's really good.
Yeah, I love Tangled. I think it's an excellent movie. Great voice acting. I know one of the guys, the wasn't the Flynn voice actor. I forget his name. This is the M guy. Uh,
Zachary Levi.
Zachary Levi. Not that great anymore, but you know he's good as Flynn, and you know him, him, and Mandy Moore have great chemistry. You know, in the movie itself, it looks really stunning. Great emotional ending. Great happily ever after. Like it is a very, very, very strong movie. I remember not seeing it in theaters because I thought it was going to be very like boring and not my cup of tea. But yeah, I saw it like 20. I saw it later. I saw it like 2016, 17, whatever, and I ended up
Yeah.
loving it. So it's a great movie. The remakes are still going on, Draven. Yes, yes, yes.
What if I told you there are some good ones?
Plural. Okay. Cinderella's great. Cinderella, Jungle Book, Aladdin 2019. I will defend. Aladdin 2019 is a very good one. And
Yeah.
then
I quite enjoy Beauty and the Beast.
yeah, I was about to say Beauty and the Beast is a solid like 7, 8 out of 10. It's a solid movie. I don't mind it. I think people like to hate on it, but I like the Beast's solo song too. I think that was a pretty good song.
Oh, Evermore is fantastic. I still listen to it.
Yeah, it's a good song. I haven't heard it in ages, but
I had a pretty good time with The Little Mermaid, if I'm being honest. I know like visually isn't matched, but like narratively, I think was pretty good. The solo song was also really good.
See that again? You cut out the last part. What song?
Eric's solo song, Wild Uncharted Waters.
Yeah, I liked Eric's solo song, and I think I'm with you for the most part. I think the movie isn't bad. There are some things I didn't vibe with, but like overall, it's serviceable. It's not like horrendously bad. I think the bad ones you get like the Snow White movie from last year was not good. Rachel couldn't save that movie. Lion King, John Favreau's Lion King is ass cheeks. ass cheeks. It's boring, nothing new. It looks way worse. And yeah, not a
billion
fan of that.
dollars.
I don't know how that happened. That's crazy to me. I mean, I know how it happened. It's the best animated movie of all time.
It's like, yeah.
It's Lion King, yeah. But it's just that movie's not good. It's not good. Um, so yeah, they're
What are you
half and
feeling?
half.
What are your feelings on Mufasa compared to the live action Lion King?
Mufasa is solid. I came out of Mufasa being like, damn, that would have been a solid animated movie.
Dude,
But the way
I think we said that before. If they had just did the traditional animation for this story, it would have made insane money.
I think so too. It would have made gangbusters. But this one, like, I don't know. I was like feeling the pacing in the middle. Like it wasn't the most well paced kind of movie. Certain character arcs towards the end, like, kind of came out of nowhere in terms of like Scar's development. It's like, oh yeah, we got to make this guy Scar. So like, let's do X, Y, and Z. And like certain things just, certain character work just didn't work for me by the end. But I like the voice acting. I like the music for the most part, or the music kind of hit and miss in that movie. But yeah, it's okay. But again, I think some of it for me, I would have been engaged with it more. I probably wouldn't have been as bored if it was animated. Just so I can like, live in with the expressions about what's really going on with like Scar's upbringing.
Sure.
But yeah. So yeah, either way, I think the Tangled, I forget who they cast as like the Tangled lead actors in live action.
I'm blanking on them too, but from what I was seeing from other moments they've done in like acting and performance stuff, they seem like very good talent. So I have high hopes.
Yeah, it says Tegan Croft as Rapunzel and Milo Manheim as Flynn. I know Milo because he's from Zombies, the Disney Channel original movie Zombies. I mean, my sixth graders forced me to watch the first two movies on like the last days of school when we were just watching movies all day. I watched Zombies 1 and Zombies 2. Not for me, so I can't tell if they're good or bad. It's just not my. I'm too old for this shit. But my kids loved it, and Milo seemed like a solid Disney actor. I don't know, but I don't know where Tegan Croft is from. Let me see here. Tegan Croft can best be known as. Oh, she was Raven in Titans. That's what it was. I didn't watch Titans, and then Milo from Zombies again. So yeah, we'll see. What were we talking about? Yeah, so live action. So yeah, but yeah, overall, go back to the meat of the story. Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel is perfect. And as soon as they announced the movie, people were like, "Oh, this person," especially in the heat of like Agatha House of Harkness, whatever that show was called. All along, Jesus. Like that was like perfect casting. Like we need this to happen. The internet, like a groundswell of like this needs to happen. And Disney, literally, they said like, "Hey, like they basically made a tweet being like, "Hey, we listened. This is it." I doubt there was like an audition process to this. I think they just went to Catherine, who's already Disney royalty from doing the Marvel shit, and they're just like, "Do you want this role?" She's like, "Of course, sure, why not? Paycheck." And it's a fun role.
They watched The Visit. They were like, "Yeah, can we get her?"
Yeah. Is she in The Visit?
I did. She is. I recently rewatched it or watched it for the first time this year. Pretty good show on.
I like that movie a lot. Yeah, that was when like people were doubtful of Shyamalan. Like, okay, he's back, maybe. Okay, cool. And yeah, it's a good movie. But yeah, so I'm excited to see that. The movie could be ass cheeks. We'll always have the original, so I don't really mind these as much as other people. But whatever. Let's say James Cameron, speaking of Disney, says Avatar 4 is very likely to happen still. Which is good. Like, I'll be shocked if it wasn't going to happen. Where did you fall on for Avatar? 3 better than 2, 2 better than 3. What do you think?
2 better than 3, 3 better than 1. Still a really great follow up to 2. It's just it is like a similar journey in some places, but the characters have greater experiences, like New Game Plus style almost. So they can adapt better, but then when there are different curveballs, they have to function differently. And obviously, there's also been emotional developments since that were lingering from the past ones, like whether that's the Tyrion Spider one. I think it's all progressed very well and has got me the most into Quaritch's character than any of the installments. So I think we're on track with great installments with Avatar, and I want more.
I completely agree. I'd be shocked if Avatar 4 doesn't happen. 2029 is the release date. I think that's still able to be done. They can start filming. I know these movies take a long time to film, so I was gonna say they can start filming like next year and be good. But like, they if they really want to make that 2029 date, they better start filming this year because the animation and the effects take a very, 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 very long time. Because people forget, like the reason Avatar 3 came out so soon from Avatar 2, which is like 3 or 4 years, was because they filmed most of it like back to back with Avatar 2. So
yeah,
it worked out. But let's get into some Pixar Disney news here. So Monsters Inc. 3 is in the works at Pixar, a third Monsters Inc. movie. People are like, what? There was a second one? Go watch Monsters University, people.
It's good.
Granted, I only saw it once in 2013, and I totally forget what happens in that movie.
It's quite good.
But I believe my friend Nathan. If he says it's quite good, then why not? Of course, Nathan always has the best movie opinion, so yeah. I don't know why I thought this sarcastically.
Are you the group chat? Josh turned them against me.
He turned her against me. Let her go, Nathan.
Give it 2 stars, Nathan. I want to take my 5 stars.
I want to see the movies Nathan gives like 1 to 2 stars to, besides that one Asian basketball movie.
Boogie. I don't do stars anymore because I'm sick of
it. Nathan, you gotta get past the peer pressure. Come on,
I am mentally. I'm fucking like. Why do I have to Like, I'm tired of calculating the fucking star ranking. I'm like, fucking hard or not. And then if there's no heart, you'd be like, oh shit. But maybe it's not so bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard for you to go to a theater and just like not give it a heart, whatever. But yeah, a third Monsters Inc. movie. You like Monsters University? I haven't seen it in a while. I feel like we should do definitely. We always talk about this, like doing a Pixar rewatch.
We could do it. We have the technology.
I think that should be like our summer series. Like our summer series this year should just be like Pixar. I think the last year I forget what we did, but
just
was it Song?
Tears.
It should. But yeah, we should definitely do this. But what are your thoughts on this? Where could they possibly go for a Monsters Inc. 3?
Old man monsters. Maybe technology is taking over the screen business. Maybe actually I can see this being a thing. Kids being harder to scare. And also maybe even harder to make laugh because frankly, a lot of the humor these days I don't get. I don't know how you, because it's not really like something that you just like manufacture and think about. It's just something that is happenstance for like different memes and whatnot. So maybe that can be an exploratized thing.
That's a good point. As much as a Monsters Inc. fan I am, I think it's a top 3 Pixar movie for me. I forgot. Yeah, like the movie ended with them like not being scared, but doing more like laugh. Their stuff is based on laughs now, not fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the comedy in modern day is going to be very different. But that begs the question then, going from Monsters Inc. to Monster University is a prequel. How
Yeah.
far in the future, though, do you think we get Monsters Inc.? They could pull an Incredibles 2, whereas like we don't leave that far off.
Yeah.
Boo could just be 6 years old. Like she could be like 2 years older, or she could be a teenager, right? Like,
Yeah.
what is her connection going to be to Sully and Mike this time around? Like, are they going to play it as like she doesn't need them anymore? Like, it's so interesting. Like, do they play the Toy Story angle where it's like Bonnie doesn't like need them anymore, she forgets them, or I don't know. That could be very
Yeah.
dark and emotional. Just thinking about like, oh man, how is Boo going to be portrayed in this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what I could also see a thing of maybe like in the time, if there's a time jump, Sully has kept in contact with Boo because Mike was able to rebuild the door. What if word of that gets out and there's like a conflicting thing in the monster world to try to like maybe shut down access to the human world entirely? And then that becomes an emotional risk that we have to fight against.
Good point.
Maybe
Good
maybe
point.
the monster world finds energy alternatives to access in the human world. It's like, oh, we actually don't have to anymore. We're shutting down. It's like, oh wait, no, don't do that. That's my only way to connect to my friend.
That could be very interesting. Man, I like that idea a lot. Like all about the idea of like connection and like secluding people from even interacting with the human race. Like, what do they even look like? So that could be very interesting. I think I am down with them. Are you with me, Nathan?
I
Can you
am
hear me?
available.
Can you hear me?
Here. Yep. I was just saying, Pixar, if you want to hire me, I am available. I cry a lot.
Yeah, you can be the audience tester for these movies. But yeah, so
I would cry at everything, so they would just like greenlight everything.
But so in the works for Pixar sequels, at least, we have Toy Story 5 coming out this year, Incredibles 3 then in 2028, and Coco 2 in 2029. So Tuco, Breaking Bad,
Salamanca.
That's a very different Coco movie. What's it called? So I think Monsters Inc. 2030 at the earliest. And this wasn't officially announced by Disney. This was in the Wall Street Journal. But whatever. Incredibles 3, 2028. We talked about that. But they also have two new original movies that have been revealed. And they both sound very, very interesting to me. We have Ono Ghost Market, which is a film inspired by Asian myths about supernatural bazaars where the living and dead interact. So that just sounds very intriguing. Living and dead, it gives you like Coco de los Muertos vibes. But like from the Asian perspective, Asian mythology in general is super, super, super interesting. Are we getting into Amaterasu with the moon, Tsukiyomi? Like, what's going on here? What are we cooking? I'm excited. So that has my attention big time. And then the second one is the studio's first ever musical. Once again, the first ever musical from Pixar. People might be shocked, like, wait, Pixar hasn't done a musical? But yeah, they haven't. That's mostly Disney doing musicals.
If you guys think it's always weird when you like look at Pixar because they have the curveball of Brave, which the human animation looks similar to other things that just Disney does.
Yeah.
But then when you think of like the human musicals, you think like Tangled, Frozen, Encanto. Those are all just not Pixar, but Disney.
Exactly. But the studio's first ever musical film, directed by Dami Shi, who directed Turning Red, which I really, really like.
Me too.
So, boom, two new original movies. It's always funny because last week when it got announced that like, hey, you know, Pixar is doing Coco 2, Monsters Inc. 3, and Toy Story 5, people were like, man, Pixar's running out of ideas. And then the very next story, they talk about all these original films on top of Hoppers that just came out. And so it's like, you know, Pixar is still doing a lot of original films. Even next year, they have no sequels. It's just going to be like I think Gato is their next one. The follow up movie from the Luca director from Pixar, about the cat, whatever. But either way, very exciting stuff for Monsters Inc. And what do you think about these two new original Pixar movies?
I think they sound fantastic. You know, I'm a big proponent of the afterlife concepts, so I know they're going to deliver definitely an emotional gut punch, I'm sure, with whatever protagonist we follow. But also, I think it's going to be visually so creative, and I think they always find a way to like think outside the box of certain executions, which I like. So that sounds really cool. And then what was the second one?
I agree. The second one was just the musical one.
Musical, right?
Yeah.
That also sounds amazing because I love musicals, and you know, animation musicals go together like peanut butter and jelly. So sounds great.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Like, I don't think this is going to be too out of left field for Pixar because, you know, not that they work very closely with Disney, but they are owned by Disney, and you know, Disney does a ton of musicals every single year. So I don't think it would be too out of the blue, but I am curious to see what the what's it called, the Turning Red director, what she can really do for her next outing, because I loved the energy she brought to Turning Red. So I'm curious to see what she brings to the musical. We'll see what's going on there. And lastly, in other animation news, a sequel to Wild Robot is officially moving forward.
Wow.
Nathan, I actually forgot that the Wild Robot was like a kid's like story. So like it's like based off of a book, I think, like a children's book.
Yeah, and from what I'm remembering, it's a series of books, so they do have source material.
Exactly, which I totally forgot. But reading the article, I'm like, oh, I guess they do have a lot of source material. I'm curious though. Like the first one was just so emotional. I had no idea what was going to happen, but it was so like the emotions, the like relationship, like really creeps up on you in the Wild Robot. So I'm curious to see like what new depth they can actually bring to a sequel.
Yeah, I'd be wondering. I would wonder if they decide to explore more of the greater world because they subtly, not subtly, they just like in the background showcase how the world is basically flooded, and there's a lot of like you know, enclosed robot only functioning centers, and you know, probably you have to probably be like a lavish level city work to be above the ocean and whatnot. So I would be intrigued to see what the infrastructure of the world is, where it seems like more of nature has kind of taken back the grounds of the planet.
For sure. I agree completely. The world building in that movie, I'm telling you, it's really good. It's really good if you're paying attention.
Josh.
Josh. Oh yeah, Josh did not like that movie. I'm surprised. Yeah.
And then Edgar was like he cried though, but he didn't.
That's also the movie that ruined my Oscar ballot last year. Wild Robot. You were supposed to win. No. I was off by one movie. Josh got Flow, winning Best Animated Movie, and I had Wild Robot, and I was off by 1 point, and I had to pay that motherfucker $15.
Evan, when I tell you Flow gave me the biggest level of anxiety the entire time.
It's a great movie.
It really is. But holy fuck, I really was uncomfortable the whole time.
That one sequence, like in the middle, when it's like they're floating through the city and like the whales underneath them, I'm like, is it good? Is it bad? Like, what's gonna happen? Like this, like whenever the cat went into the water, I was scared shitless.
Yeah, Beautiful sequence when the bird transitions. Amazing.
Still have no idea what was happening in that scene, but I loved it. Like did it die? Is it good? What's going on
Spoilers.
here?
I believe it did. I think it died in the flow of the story.
Did you do that on purpose, Flo? Okay.
The best words I had because it's been a minute since I remember what conflict occurred in the Great Flood.
Commentary.
I'll do it.
But yeah, lastly, before we get into, should we do Hoppers? We are on the Pixar train. Let's stick with Pixar.
Yeah, we do.
What are your thoughts on the Hoppers, Nathan, and why did you hate it?
I did not hate it. It is my number 3 of the year out of the 5 films I've seen this year.
Wow, it is my number. It might be my number 2, if we're being honest. 2 or 3.
That's fair. I understand.
And I've seen 20 movies. Wait, so what is it behind for you? You've only seen 5 movies. Is it behind?
Yeah.
What have you seen? Is it behind? Did you see Send Help?
I did. Send Help's my number 2 right now.
Okay, so it's behind Send Help. I think I liked Hoppers more than Send Help.
I was on the fence. I was like, I really like it,
great.
but also, yeah, like the acting and what Sam's able to pull out of them is phenomenal. Yeah.
28 years later, Bone Temple. You watched that?
No, I haven't seen any of the 20 years later movies yet. I really need to get on that.
What's the other movie you saw in theaters?
The
Goat. Goat. Goat's number 1. Gotcha.
I haven't seen Goat. I'm failing animation. I'm sorry. No, my number 1 right now is Iron Man.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
It's a personal favorite for me. That's just so.
Okay.
Like, I'm sure other people see it and be like, "How is that your number 1?" It's just because I like the guy and I like the creativity, and the lore. I really like it all. So that's why that's my number 1. My number 4 is. Oh, what was the other movie? Oh, Scream 7. And then number 5 is Mercy. That's all I've seen.
I'm shocked you saw Mercy. Josh and Edgar.
I didn't see it in theaters, if that helps.
You saw it on bootleg?
No, there's someone I know had it, and they were like, "You should watch it. It's pretty good." And I was like, "Okay."
You're like, "No, it's not." But
I'm like, did you see Mercy?
No, Josh and Edgar told me the whole plot of Mercy in our review. So I feel like I don't need it anymore, but yeah.
It's fine. It's just, I can understand people not being into like stuff and like, like pro cop and whatnot. And so
it's want to put on the badge, Nathan.
I mean, it's not too far off from like, it's not as good as like fucking Searching or what's the other one? The other one that was called Missing.
Yeah. There we go.
Those are much better, yeah. Yeah, it was Draven coming in with the screams. Yeah, I think I said before last week as well. I think Scream 7 functions just fine as an installment in the franchise. It's second to last for me in my ranking, just in front of Scream 3. But yeah, it's not a franchise killer.
The money is definitely not. That's for sure. I did tweet out though, because it had a big drop off. Scream 7 did from the box office this weekend, and I'm like, regardless, these movies cost like $40 million. They make like over 100, nearly 200 now $1 million. They're widely successful. If and when they do Scream 8, they need to change it up. And this is me having not seen Scream 7. I don't know anything about the movie. I might watch it with Nathan though, because Nathan's my guy. But we'll see what happens. But anyways, like, we need to delete the word Woodsboro from our minds. We need to stop going back there. It is bad. It's boring. It's bad. I mentioned it's boring. So we should not go back there. Sydney Lou Who, goodbye. We don't need to see her again.
If I'm trying to remember. I don't think we actually stick around Woodsboro, if I'm remembering right. I think it's primarily like where Sydney moved to. Like I think the cold opens in Woodsboro, but aside from that, I think it's
Okay,
outside.
good. Is it a random town? Where are they at? Ohio?
Maybe I have to watch it again.
um,
It's not on
but
the
anyway,
coast, which honestly that would be a great setting, like the beach for a Scream movie. That sounds fun.
oh yeah,
God damn it, I think we
the
lost
beach
somebody.
could be
Oh, he's
cool.
back.
No, yeah, you zoomed out for me. The beach would be cool. It kind of like reminds me of what's it called? What's the other slasher movie that we just saw last year?
I know what you did last
Uh,
time.
yeah, I know what you did last summer. Those are like kind of like beach-y kind of movies, or at least like on the coast. Um,
I don't think Final Destination has done anything on the beach, have they?
Not really. I mean,
What a
not
great
much
setting
can
that
go.
would be.
You think so? Not much can go
I
wrong
think
on a beach.
you could have broken glass in the sand or some shit. Like you could do a lot of
How
stuff.
tame is that? You need something crazy. You need like a
You could.
crazy.
You'd have fucking the villain of all of the franchises, the wind. You could have like a bunch of shit, fucking umbrellas and whatnot flying over, knocking into people's faces, domino affecting, fucking shark in the water. I don't know.
Yeah,
Someone's parasailing, and it's like, oh shit, fucking sharks.
they haven't delved into like how the death can interact with animals.
Huh.
That's a mighty fine line. But yeah, Scream franchise, it needs to evolve. I thought the New York as a setting was genius, but they didn't do much with it in Scream 6. But yeah, like I think they just need to they need to do something with the franchise. I don't know what. Maybe getting a new cast with Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. That could be interesting. I don't know. Just kidding.
I sorely miss Core 4 in this installment. Because I watched two of them and I'm like, did it mean nothing?
Basically.
Because I'm looking at a guy and I'm like, aren't you dating Jenna Ortega?
They're on a break.
Oh boy. Good old Friends reference for Courtney Cox.
But anyways, Hoppers is my number 2. My number 1 movie is The Cosmic Princess Kaguya, which is on Netflix. It's an anime movie. Love the hell out of that. It's really good. I recommend people watch it. It's really well animated. It is like 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's longer than I thought, but it runs by super fast. Great comedy, good romance, good action, surprisingly. Great character animation. Like it's really, really stunning to watch.
Nice.
But Hoppers, for me, the moral of the story here, Hoppers, I loved this movie. I really, really, really liked Hoppers. Spoiler review for Hoppers. Review for Hoppers. Actually, before the spoiler warning, my overall thoughts is like I love this movie. I gave it like a 4 out of 5 when I left the theaters, but the more I think about it, it could go up to like a 4.5 for me. Like it is really strong. It has a perfect mix of being like heartfelt, like very instantly, this is going to be a heartfelt kind of movie with where the relationship goes between what was her name? Mabel and her grandma. But yeah, what did David say? 7. I guess this one didn't have too much plot over it, like in 6, so I guess I can give it that. Yeah. Oh, I do think did Courtney Cox not die in Scream 6?
No, she got injured, but by the end they're like, oh, Gail's gonna make it. I think we do see her. So yeah,
she should have died in Scream 6. And I'm not one to be like X character needs to die because that's just not my cup of tea. But like when you give me a showcase of like Gail and they're trying to replicate the craziness of like Gail's run sequence in Scream 2, which I love, like her running throughout the college scene, that chase sequence was incredible. They try to do something different here in her home. It came off as goofy, and then she doesn't die, and it's like
I
What are
liked
we
it a
doing?
lot. I liked it a lot. The layout, I think, like the move where she's like, can you hold please? And Ghostface is like, and like abruptly hangs up, and she redials to hear where his phone rings to know where to shoot. That's cool.
That was really cool. I feel like most of that sequence though for me was like spoiled in like the trailers, and I don't even watch that many trailers, but like a lot of it was like, and so the impact didn't move me. And then like the husband gets like killed so easily. I'm like, what is happening here?
Yeah,
Um,
I
that
think
was weird.
that was my biggest like worry in regards to Scream 7 was like I don't think that was a well made trailer at all. Um, I don't think it's cut well, especially when you have to like self censor for the market. It's like it just kills momentum for deliveries. So, but yeah, solid. The Hoppers
Yeah,
though.
Hoppers though, great Pixar movie. It's heartfelt, it's funny, um, and especially for me, uh, like we know it's all about like saving the forest, saving the trees, but it does so in a very again heartfelt, natural way that isn't too over the top for me. It's still very
Uh,
special. It's still very strong. Mabel's such a really grounded, funny, natural main character that I really like gravitated to, and it's just
yeah,
really cool getting like a main character like in college, which is very interesting as well. We don't really see it that much
yeah,
in Pixar movies, um, and like the relationships in this movie are just very very surprising, especially Mabel and the King George. Such a surprising relationship that was like get more and more filled with depth as the movie went on.
yeah.
Even the antagonist, played brilliantly by John Hamm, isn't so cut and dry, which
Uh-huh.
I will say, like, this is the beauty of animation, animated movies, and Pixar in general. It's not very spoiler alert, it's not very realistic, but it
Mhm.
doesn't really matter for me, right? Right? Like, in modern day, like the mayor character are assholes. Politicians are assholes.
Yeah,
But I like the messaging of this movie to give it like that whimsy of it all. Uh,
yeah,
I'll get into spoilers in a second about that. Um, and I think that the last shot was I whispered to Jay, I was like, if the movie ends this way, then bravo. And it ends the exact way that I thought it was going to end. I really liked it. Um, so yeah, just a very very strong movie. Oh, and the biggest thing, the third act of this movie is bizarre. It's weird, and I loved the hell out of it. I
yeah.
embraced that. I did not like when you see me like audibly gasping in the movie theater, like, oh wow, they're doing that. Okay, that's just
Yeah.
like bravo to Pixar and Daniel
Be,
who directed it.
yeah, before we get into all those things, without spoiling, uh, I thought the car chase was the climax. As I'm
Oh.
watching, I'm like, oh, hell of a time. This is good. It's time to put my seat down. Uh, but uh, but it keeps going, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, it goes places, man. It goes really weird places, and I love the fuck out of it.
I
Um,
cannot tell you how adorable, like when you just watch an animal from the outside perspective where it's just like the solid black eyes and they're just like slow moving. It's the cutest animation you'll ever fucking see. It's amazing.
for sure, and I like that, like the perspective of like from the outside, the animals just being animals, and then like getting to see the the animated versions of it was really really cool. Um,
Yeah.
great movie, great movie. So I recommend people go see this movie. This is like the animated movie to see leading up into Super Mario Bros. Next month. But this month should be dominated by
Mm.
Pixar. Go see this movie. Hopefully it has legs. Because I want these
Yeah.
original movies to succeed. Um, but yeah, getting into spoilers here, Nathan. Um, when we talked about how bizarre this movie is, the third act when we have well, first of all, okay, spoilers for Hoppers. Go watch Hoppers. I'm about to spoil the fuck out of Hoppers. Um, Nathan, the way I died when Mabel just like swatted the
Now,
queen. Holy shit, dude! Oh my
now I
god!
went. Now I was in a big Dolby theater, but it was Sunday
I was in
afternoon,
Dolby
so like
too.
yeah, but it was Sunday afternoon for me. Where I was with my fam, and it wasn't too many people in there, but you know it was a fair bet. When that happened, the whole theater just like, oh, but it goes for a bit. Like she's like, oh, she like tries to open and squish it. She tries to hide it, and she tries to rub it on the wall.
Comedy gold. Like, that has to be the funniest moment in a Pixar animated movie in a very, very long time. I was dying. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, like that's murder. They just killed that
It's
woman.
straight murder. Even later, she's like, I'm sorry I killed your mom. But we can get past it.
And that brings us to the brilliance of Dave Franco, who I had no idea was in this movie. No clue.
Right.
And Dave Franco as like this insect prince, then king.
Yeah.
Crazy, 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 crazy. And especially, again, this is where it gets bizarre, cloning the mayor and then using the mayor to go and like progress into like the third act, the last act of this movie. Wild. I did not. I was like, what are they going to do? Because yeah, like you, I was like, okay, the movie's winding down. You know, they kidnapped the mayor. Like, what are they really going to do now? Are they just going to go to the auditorium or the concert place and just like overrun it with insects or whatever? But no, I'm going to clone the mayor, 3D print the mayor, put my brain inside of the mayor and just like go like that. That was extremely wild and kooky and weird, but it fit the tone of the movie. So I was like fully on board with all the crazy happenings in that last act. It was so weird. And Dave Franco was having a blast, like going full crazy. It was amazing.
It was so great. I love the design of the robot without the face as well. I think it was like perfect level of cartoony, and I love that ends up being the downfall, that he can't use the facial recognition to unlock the phone.
That was funny. Yeah.
Really good.
Doesn't work.
But yeah, I love everything with like the developing relationship, friendship between Mabel and King George, who I was like kind of thinking like, oh, like a hokey guy in the beginning, which you're supposed to, and then I'm surprised like how emotionally connected I got to him.
That came out of, I mean, again, that came out of nowhere, but like such a huge surprise. Because like you're like, okay, this guy is like, oh, he's doing like the yoga dance or whatever. Like, he's our like introductory character, but then he sticks around, and then he sticks around, and then he sticks around, and he's growing a relationship with Mabel. There's very like, it's interesting because usually in these kind of movies where you get like a father-daughter relationship, that's usually paralleled with like what's going on in the present. But we don't really see that because Mabel's parents are gone. Like they kind of like leave her to her own devices during college. But I think what the movie is trying to say here was that like in the absence of like even her grandma, you know, who she had a very, very close relationship to, not that King George or whatever, King George replaces that, but it becomes some kind of like a different order figure who you're going to disagree with, but you also have a very heartfelt relationship with. I felt so crushed when Mabel gets kidnapped, and it's like you see, and again, this is what you mentioned, like from the outside perspective, because we're so used to King George being like this weird, kooky, like dude, but when we get it back, Mabel in human form, and we see King George from the outside perspective, trying to rescue Mabel's beaver form, and comes across the beaver, but then the arm comes off, and it's just like, what is happening? But you can't really hear what he's saying because you're in the outside point of view now, and just the eyes and Mabel, like, I'm so sorry. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like Hopper's, it's excellent, dude. It's excellent.
It is. It's so good. That scene made me feel like that scene in Return of the Jedi where, like, you had so much fun with the Ewoks, and then one just inexplicably gets blown up, and then a friend's trying to wake him up. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, man. Good shit. Good shit. That's a great comparison. Because like, yeah, like these fluffy, adorable companions have like surprisingly amount of like warmth and depth to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, but yeah, I like the whole notion like of the sonic devices. Like, oh yeah, we can't go over there because the noise is too loud. It's like, oh yeah, they had like the sonic like anti-animal
Yeah.
echo stuff there going on. That was really cool. But yeah, oh also Jalen noticed it too. But the background animation, the background art in Hoppers, really, really strong. Some great
Ooh.
background art in Hoppers. Really well
Yeah.
done for the animation team there. But yeah, overall, I think the King George Mabel dynamic was just so special to me. I whispered to Jalen, this is what I was getting into with like I was like, if the movie ends with her on the rock with King George, like I'm clapping. And that's exactly what happened. And it calls back to, of course, the grandma, but also to like the heartwarming time they had together, King George and Mabel, with the cell phone with like heart,
Yeah.
logs, LOL, like very, very sweet. Call back to like, them working together, their
Yeah.
continued like warm relationship. It was so great, dude. Like I really liked their like
So
because it's
good.
not like it's obviously not like romantic or anything, but it's just like very
Yeah.
familial. Has a very good family tinge to it, which is really strong.
Absolutely. They got to find a way to give Mabel the technology back to commune, though. I can't. They
Yeah,
can't leave this behind.
let her keep it. I mean, she's a very smart cookie. For a
They,
second there,
just give her like a radio connection to be able to understand. Don't put her in a body.
no, put her in another body. For a second there at the end, I thought she was gonna get it. She was like, because she ended up having a solid relationship with the mayor.
Mhm.
Played by John Hamm, who played it really well. I was like, is she gonna get it? Like, because the whole movie, we don't know what like her next steps are. I was like, is she gonna get into politics or something? Because like she had a very good relationship with the mayor. She's good. She comes across as like very like crazy at the beginning, but she is very outspoken in her beliefs, which could be good in politics. But no, the movie continues like the whole nature of it all. I think she's gonna go more into like being an apprentice with the other doctors that she learned from as well, which is very
Yeah.
nice. Like, hey, I want to continue working with you guys. I found my purpose, really,
Yeah.
which is really cute and special. But
I
what I mentioned, oh, yeah, go ahead.
So I just remember just think about the doctors. So there's one of the assistant doctors. His name is Connor, and he's like a stork in his
Yeah.
body. Which is funny. Like first he gets introduced, and he's just like chilling, and they're like, "Connor, get out of the bird." I love it. But then like later when like there's a big sequence where like Mabel is getting like dragging him down, he gets thrown off course and he fucking spins out and he crashes and blows up.
Oh, that was great.
I forgot he was a robot, so I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, same. That entire sequence was peak comedy because he gets knocked out, explodes, and I'm like, oh shit. And then he comes back, he was like, oh I got V'd. I was dying.
Maybe I gotta pump up this movie. This is amazing.
It's so fucking smart, dude. It's smart, it's funny. But yeah,
That's
like
fun.
I liked Mabel with the mayor because in all for all intents and purposes, this mayor character shouldn't have been that good. Like you get your mayor character, they're supposed to be like, oh, I'm supposed to take down the forest. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Ha ha ha. But like there is a surprising amount of depth to it, where it's like at the beginning of the movie, they talk about how like certain characters just aren't capable of change. And you're supposed to like believe like, hey, this mayor character, he's not going to change his belief. This highway is getting built one way or the other. But like over the course of the movie, and again, it's not very realistic because mayors and people in power are awful. But I like that in this movie. It's like, yeah, he really learns his lesson. He talks to Mabel, and very, very sweet moment, which parallels the beginning of the movie where they're like opposite the dam. They're like, don't press that button. They're like a big, funny standoff. We get a good parallel at the end of the movie where he's like, come on, boys, come on in. And you're like, oh, shit. It was like, and I want you guys to clean it up. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty sweet. Like, it's so simple. It's simple, it's short, but it's concise and it means a lot. It's very heartwarming. It's like, okay, throughout all this crazy experiences, he got to see who Mabel truly was. Like Mabel willing to, not have the animals like go too far in like harming the humans, while also, doing her best to like fight for her own beliefs as well. Like he got to firsthand see how nice of a person Mabel is, and that really changed his mind. And the highway still got built, but just this is now a nature preserve. Like, okay, I love this. This is good messaging for kids and families everywhere.
It absolutely is. I was trying to think of a compromise too. In the way I was like, can you just build like poles up to a like an overpass, like so you don't have to demolish much?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, is there a way to like elevate it so that like the natural stuff still sticks? But yeah, I like that a lot. And a smaller part of this movie that's very good is like Mabel used this nature preserve now, this dam, as a way to like really soften her anger, really soften her like her getting through like the loss of her, I think her dad, right? And then what?
Her grandma?
Or her grandma, yeah, like she's very angry. But like her grandma really like calms her down, and like she's usually using this now to like connect with her grandma in the present, and being able to connect with her grandma through like the things that she loves, through this nature, through this like calmness, was just very cool. Like the first act of this movie is just very, very, very strong. It's not like up levels of like, oh wow, but it gets there a little bit. So yeah, I really enjoy this movie. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to see it again. A lot of shit coming out this month, but go see this movie. It's a very fun, very nice, very sweet movie.
And the shark.
And the shark. What shark?
You serious? You for real?
What are you talking about?
The shark in this movie that the seagulls are carrying in the air.
Oh wow!
Vanessa Bayer's shark.
The whole like that was like, I think that was the Mad Max inspiration, because the director talked about like some of his action got Mad Max inspired, and it did feel like very like chaotically. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. The shark thing, and like you mentioned, like the action during the highway sequence, pretty well done, pretty solid action sequences when it does happen, and of course the flight sequence as well. So
did you stay for both post-credit scenes?
I saw one. I saw the mid credits. Is there a post credits?
There is.
With what?
I'm not fucking with you, I promise. First off, now I'm suddenly blanking. What was the mid credit? Do we remember?
Is this the one with the lizard?
It might be.
I think I remember seeing like something green. I was walking down the steps.
Yeah. The post credit scene, in essence, is that. Remember, she was doing the petitions, and like the old man she spent the whole day with, and he's like, sign it, and then it was just the grocery
milk and eggs.
Yeah. At the end, an army of ants bring in those exact groceries for him, and he's like, "Oh, how kind!" It was very
nice. Cool. I like that a lot. Okay, the ants don't kill him, take over his body.
No, they don't. They don't swarm. What was it, Indiana Jones?
Right. But okay, Nathan, let's get into the last topic of the day. Always saving the best for last, or the weirdest for last. Oscars, baby. Michael B. Jordan.
I've seen Sinners, but I'm gonna get a refresher on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm doing an Oscar predictions podcast. If it still stands tomorrow night with Where Heartbreak Feels Good.
All right.
No, the Marvel stuff. The thumbnail kind of shocked me. You have Hawkeye. Fucking
Isn't
Kate
she?
Bishop there. I don't remember hearing any Kate Bishop rumors. Please do tell. I see Kate Bishop, Spider-Man. Who else is in the thumbnail?
Deadpool.
Well, what's going on here? Elude me. Entertain me. Avenge me.
No, I don't have too much gathered in the realm of Marvel rumors, just because the guys we usually go to aren't speaking on too much. Usually, pretty much a lot of the focus right now this month is just like, hey, Spider-Man trailer, we getting one? I was like, maybe this month, probably.
I think it's this month. Yeah.
Yeah. They apparently got a bunch of at the a film event in Mexico. They had gotten a bunch of Spider-Man cosplayers together to film an announcement video for the trailer. So it's pretty imminent.
Great.
Yeah, it's just a couple things here. In regards to Spider-Man, somebody was asking Alex, our boy Alex at Cosmic Circus, if there was going to be any sequences in Brand New Day that might rival the train fight from Spider-Man 2. And
no,
Alex said it's going to be less Sam Raimi and more of this, and he gave 4 GIF examples. One of which was the train fight from Shang-Chi, the fight under the neon sign from Shang-Chi, the hallway fight from Daredevil season 1, and the overpass chase scene of chasing Bucky in Civil War, were his 4 references.
But the knife part, or just the overpass part?
Just like T'Challa chasing Bucky like down the road.
Civil War.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking of Winter Soldier. I was like, that overpass, that was crazy. Russo's left an overpass, but yeah. Wow, the 2 Shang-Chi references, not surprising, given Destin Daniel Cretton. But Spider-Man Peter can't really box like Shang-Chi. So what does that entail in terms of what he means by like the fighting in this movie? I'm curious. I like some of the action scenes in the Spider-Man Home trilogy. I think the best we got was No Way Home with him versus Green Goblin in the at the house, at least. And at the end is kind of solid. But like, I'm curious to see how he's developed now that he's like strictly Spider-Man these days.
Yeah.
Not really going into Peter Parker.
Yeah, I like when he like gets like let loose and he gets a bit more like intense and like unreasonable in the fight. Like he's like on like one leg and he just kind of like webs a window and just shatters it because he needs to get out. Like I like that.
It's really cool. Speaking of Daredevil, we got to get a better suit for Bullseye. It looks like black and blue Kick-Ass. Not wrong. I've never seen Kick-Ass though. Commentary?
Oh, yeah, those could be fun. Those 2 movies. I
know what he looks like.
I think did Matthew Vaughn do those? At least the first one.
I think he did the first one. Maybe. For sure.
I think so. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what the action looks like. That's very exciting. The train sequence in Spider-Man 2 is just so freaking good, and not just on nostalgia purposes, but just like in terms of like the build up, the weight of each punch, the weight of each strike. Like it just, oh my god, it feels so good.
It's
like,
it's insane. Fight. Yeah, it's insanely kinetic. Honestly, it's really weird when you look back because you realize it's not as long as you think it is. I think it's like 5 minutes from the fucking clock tower to the end of like I gotta hold the train together. It's very fast, but there's so much happening back to back that you're like, my god, like you needed to breathe because it just keeps going.
Yeah, but I think you use the right word there. It's kinetic, which we haven't seen in a lot of Spider-Man movies. The Amazing Spider-Man movies, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is his traversal is kinetic, but not a lot of his action scenes are kinetic, which is a very big difference. Like it looks really cool. I do like Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Green Goblin tower fight. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a great sense of scope in both movies, especially the second one. Like I love the sequence where he's chasing Electro and he's swinging around, but then like he realizes his web line is a little too long for where he's about to swing, so he has to like crawl up it a little during the swing.
So cool.
Good stuff.
We are Amazing Spider-Man 2 defenders over here. Fun, good movie.
Yeah, mostly.
I like that movie.
No, we like it. But we also recognize there's too much Oscorp.
A lot of Oscorp.
Yeah.
But yeah. I like it better than Far From Home. I mean, probably the best visually. Probably. Yeah. Probably.
It definitely like Andrew and Emma are just like such emotional through lines for both those movies.
It's sick. It's sick how good that it's illegal for chemistry to be that good. Like illegal in a Spider-Man movie. It hasn't been beaten yet.
Caliber talent, man.
It really is. When Andrew Garfield, you need your Oscar, buddy. You need it. You need it.
I can't believe he doesn't have one. I was about to ask.
He should have been nominated for a Social Network. That was highway robbery.
Oh, absolutely. That is. I gotta revisit what came out in 2010, but like that is like a great pick.
Yeah, I can't remember.
The Pianist or something.
He was nominated for Hacksaw Ridge, but he's never was going to win for that one.
Yeah. Was he nominated for Tick Tick Boom?
Yes. Some people say he should have won that year. I think he would have been a better, he was going up against, a guy playing a biographical figure in King Richard, Will Smith.
Right.
But Andrew Garfield, I think for me, was my favorite performance of the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they drop it in there, I think, for the sake of doing the deleted scene where he meets his father, but it never really happened, so it does really go nowhere.
Yeah, that might, in fairness, including that deleted scene would it convolute the plot a little bit more for sure, but it's acted so well with Andrew that I wouldn't mind.
It's a great scene, yeah. I don't mind it. Anyways, what else we got here?
In regards to Deadpool, there was a present rumor that Avengers Doomsday may reportedly not feature the anchor being concept introduced in Deadpool and Wolverine. I wanted to address that in the fact that anchor beings as a concept never actually mattered because that was stuff that the villain Paradox made up. In essence, it wasn't like necessarily a real. Or if it was, it would probably be just like old functioning stuff that the TV is not really focusing on anymore because he was just trying to erase timelines for the sake of it. So it not being a factor is fine. It's not really something that has to be focused on. Even Alex was addressing it, and he was like, it doesn't ultimately matter because there's basically just 4 main universes left that we're focusing on in the film anyway.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't matter.
We're fine. Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know anchor being was like a lie in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he says? Like in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah. Well, Alex said it would have been important before Paradox was BSing it to begin with, but yeah, he said all of it doesn't matter. We're given how many universes are left that we're focusing on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a kind of a weird term to begin with. It's just like, hey, this is the main character of the universe. Like, okay,
it's a late game installment in the Multiverse Saga.
Yeah,
where like it worked in like the function of like an out.
Oh no. Did I lose Nathan or did he lose me? I'll wait a beat.
Side M's. My back.
Oh, we're back. Can you hear me? Nope. Are we back? We good?
I think we're good.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're back. We're Gucci.
All right. Cool. Are we?
I think we're 2. Are we slightly delayed?
By like a second or 2, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
I think we're going to catch up.
I think so too.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I agree. I think the whole anchor being stuff was pretty weird and lame. I'm still stuck on how much Deadpool is going to be in Doomsday. Is he a Doomsday character or a Secret Wars character? Deadpool.
I think he's a Doomsday character, and like last I heard, there was a rumor that Deadpool is going to get in a fight with Reed Richards,
Yes. Okay.
like
Yeah. You did
like
tell
an
me
actual
that.
fight.
Yeah. Um, we'll see how that goes. I have no idea how. Oh, did we lose Nathan? He said, "I think you're good. Thank you, Draven." Um, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see what happens. What is going on?
Good. All right, one sec.
Yeah, you're frozen on my screen a little bit. I can hear you though.
Hey, one sec. I'm cutting in and out. This is scary. All right.
Yeah,
Hello?
I think I hear you now. I think you're fine. Unless you want to come back out and come back in real quick. Maybe that'll fix things. So yeah, maybe he'll come back and fix. Unless it's on my end too. Which could definitely be the case. I also, when Nathan gets back, I forgot we also didn't talk about lanterns. I want to get a last thought on lanterns before we close up this stream. Anyways, if you're listening to this, are you guys excited for Project Hail Mary this weekend? I have my tickets for IMAX. That's going to be pretty damn good. Ryan Gosling. People are saying it could be our very first, best picture contender kind of movie. What's up, Nathan? Can you hear me? Are we good?
Yeah, we good? You talking about Starfighter?
Yeah. Project Hail Mary, motherfucker.
I'm excited. I am so scared to see any more trailers. I feel like they're just doing everything.
Yeah, I saw one trailer, the very first teaser trailer last year, and I've stayed away from most of the other trailers. So I'm going in pretty blind. But we'll see. They are ramping up the marketing for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so talk to me about Kate Bishop. What's going on with her?
Yeah, last little bit I had. It's funny. Somebody was. You remember that a clip of the from SpongeBob where like that the Krusty Krabs like has no customer, and there's like a fucking starving fish crawling. He's like food, water, atmosphere.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking Alex, Kate Bishop news, please, which was hilarious.
That's a mood. Yeah, where's he been?
So Alex had tweeted, and he said, "The Young Avengers, which features Kate Bishop as co-captain, their role at the end of the multiverse and effectively their function in these Avengers movies is going to be similar to that of Ant-Man in Endgame." And he also said we should stop referencing the leaked concept art that came out because some things have potentially switched up since that time.
Oh, so you mean the Young Avengers aren't teaming up with like Star-Lord and all that weird stuff that was going on there?
No, they might still do it. You don't fucking know. Maybe they're getting rid of that fucking floating booger X-Men thing.
Yeah, that was weird too. But okay, wait a minute. So the Young Avengers have like an Ant-Man in Endgame role?
Yeah, which to me sounds like they're going to be a key factor.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be like for Doomsday or Secret Wars, but in essence, I think I had pitched this before, the idea of like maybe the Young Avengers are kind of outside the events of the rewriting of Battle World, and our heroes may end up with different memories and stuff and functioning within this world, and it's up to the Young Avengers to lead the charge to snap them out of it, get them back to their old selves, and so that we can face Doom all together. In the same way that Ant-Man has to be the key to unlocking time travel to get the stones back to stop the snap.
Yeah, because like in two ways, like Ant-Man isn't the biggest character in Endgame in terms of the size of his role. He is important at the beginning of the movie. He introduces the time travel, but then or whose team is he on? Like when they go back in the past, who is he with? Anybody there?
Who's
Um,
Ant-Man with?
yeah,
Like specifically like the time that he goes to, like who's in that group?
exactly.
It's Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, Bruce Banner, and Scott Lang.
Okay. I remember now. Um, yeah. Overall, he is paramount to like the important events of that movie. But I love what you're saying there in terms of like they could be outside of the events of Battle World and trying to like be kind of like the audience surrogate in terms of like, hey, like wake up, hero, like what are you doing, kind of thing. Um, but also they just kind of ballsy at the same time, like a team made up of like Miss Marvel from TV, Kate Bishop from TV, uh Cassie from like one movie,
Yeah,
in Ant-Man
the
and the
fourth
Wasp, like
Cassie.
the fourth Cassie. Like that's weird to have that kind of pivotal, important like intro role.
Mhm.
Um but I would really like it. Like, it is Haley Steinfeld and
Yeah.
Kamala, whether or not Miss Marvel, or whether like the Marvel was bombed, Kamala as Miss Marvel is just like a contagiously fun lead. Like, even if you
Mhm.
have no clue who Miss Marvel, if you didn't watch the Marvels, if you didn't watch Miss Marvel, the TV show, which a lot of people just didn't,
Yeah.
um, this is going to be like their first time watching this character. And I think that's the rare case of it being okay
Mhm.
because she's Kamala. She's a fun, perky teenager who idolizes Captain Marvel, has a lot of fun, but can also be very serious at the same time. Like, I think that's a very well-rounded, like, kind of character to do that kind of thing with. Um, so
Yeah.
that's really fun. I really like hearing that, like an Ant-Man kind of role. I can kind of picture that. Um, so we'll hopefully a lot of that sticks on the page from what Alex is saying.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and of course, hopefully they stick around and they get good reception in these two movies, so we can get our finally, our Champions TV series, in the next phase.
Totally,
For sure.
dude. Yeah, I'm very hopeful for that, and maybe other young Avengers in there as well. Just have like a nice like rounded team. I think
Who
it
would
could be
round
dope.
it out?
Probably Billy, Tommy, and Riri.
I keep forgetting. Riri can't be in this movie, right?
She could. I don't know what her things are happening. She
Zero
started in the
chance.
movie.
Zero chance she's in this movie.
One chance, 1% chance. Sorry.
Okay, Bruce Wayne over here. Um,
Bruce.
but yeah, good stuff. They're all gonna be 30 when we get to that Champions movie. Uh, good point. Yeah, like Haley's pregnant, so that's gonna be crazy.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, we lost Nathan again. But yeah,
Did
Haley's
everything cut
pregnant,
out?
so that she's gonna be like, oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I was saying like Haley's gonna be like you're all good. You're all good. Um, Haley's gonna be like past her pregnancy. I think Kamala. I forget her actress name. Kamala's gonna be still young. Riri's still young. I think. Uh, so most of them can be pretty young, but yeah, Haley can be in her 30s doing this shit. Can you hear me now?
Oh, hang on. Hold on.
Oh. But yeah, I think for some reason the Feige waited way too long to do the champion stuff, we had a good thing going in the first, like really like in the 20, it started growing like in 2021 as soon as we saw what was going on with Kate Bishop, even the young what was the young black kid from Falcon and Winter Soldier. What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up? You're talking about Patriot?
Yeah. Patriot is his name. Yeah. I was talking about like how old these young Avengers are going to be in Champions. I think they just started way too late to get into it. This should have been done in phase like 4 or 5. I don't know what's going on there. But whatever.
Having a good time on stream.
Yeah, StreamYard's being buggy tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Okay, but that was about it.
Young Avengers are getting old. Yeah.
Young Avengers are getting old. They waited too long, basically. I don't know.
Haley Steinfeld is a mom to be now.
Yep.
And she was already canonically older than Peter Parker, so that's hilarious.
Love it.
I wondered, though, that's pretty much all I had for Marvel rumors, but I wondered if I could like very quickly hit up my thoughts on the 5 of the 10 best pictures that I've seen so far.
Oh, go right ahead.
Yeah, so in regards to what they screened, personally for me, everything I saw one after the other got better than the last for me, which I thought was really cool. So kicking off on the day, they played Train Dreams, which I thought was beautiful.
I need to watch Train Dreams. Yeah,
that might be a career best performance from Joel Edgerton. Very good. I really love the way it's shot. It feels very like Trey had said this. It feels very like Red Dead 2 in terms of its visuals and scope. Very good. Just a big emotional journey of one man's survival in changing times. Because it's like right in like that period of like 1800s to 1900s where like more like automobile innovation is coming through, but like he lives in like central wilderness, so just seeing like how kind of like aging out of the time. Very good. Then after that they played The Secret Agent, which is our international film in the lineup.
Really
very
like
good
that. Yeah,
very good. The main actor's his name Wagner Moura. Phenomenal in everything I see him in. He was wonderful here. I was hooked the entire time. It was very much like championing like everything to go okay in this espionage.
That's a very strong movie. Like the cast is so like well-rounded and so like so fitting for the roles. Like the old grandma at the inn, the family, even like all the antagonists are pretty well realized. No matter how small their screen time is, and it's a movie that gets progressively more like darker as it goes on, and also more chaotic too. Once like the true depth of like the espionage really starts to hit, like, hey, what's really going on here? And also just how well realized like this underbelly of Brazil was at the time of this picture. Like it was really a well staged setting overall for that movie. Very strong movie. That's a movie that gets more and more stronger the more I think about it.
Yeah, totally. I echo what you say there, especially in the setting. I love the 70s Brazil.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. I didn't want to leave, but then we had to.
The movie.
Then the next movie they played was One Battle After Another.
Let's go. Oh, was that your first time watching it?
Yeah, this was my first time watching all these.
Wow. Okay.
Which is pretty great. And yeah, I heard everyone's hype. I knew like this is everyone's fucking 5-star, 4.5-star movie. So I'm like, oh no, I hope I don't feel weird. I hope I don't like don't feel as enthused, and I may not be as like over the moon as everybody else. However, this is great. This is a great journey. It is a hell of a ride. Leo firing on all cylinders in terms of just entertainment and humor. Benicio del Toro's character, the small screen time he has, is so wonderful. Sean Penn is psychotic as hell, and he's doing a great job. But Chase Infinity is a big standout for sure. She's wonderful.
Yeah, Chase is stunning. She's a star. She is incredible. Like, just like getting the whole prologue with Teyana Taylor's character, Perfidia, and then like jump cutting to Chase Infinity like 16 years later. And you're like, oh, okay, wow, like the movie's truly starting now. And wow, like what a phenomenal lead. And the score in this movie is just like reverberating throughout the entire film. The score is magnetic. The whole chase at the end is peak cinema too. So great time.
That fucking, if that was nominated for editing, I could see it getting it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's nominated and it should be winning for editing. That's my pick.
You don't think F1's getting it? I haven't seen F1. Seeing it on Saturday.
I don't think it will. I don't think so.
Yeah. That's it. I love the running gag of like he needed the rendezvous, but he didn't remember like, oh, to what time is it? He was like, I don't fucking know. He's like, come on, give me your supervisor. And then like later when his buddy puts him in, he's like, can you tell me the answer? He's like, time does not exist, but we bend to its will anyway. It's like, oh fuck.
He's like, fuck you guys.
Oh my god. Oh man, I lost it. What a time. Then next they played Hamnet.
Oh, let's go. Yeah. I love Hamnet.
Yeah.
I love Hamnet.
I adore Hamnet, man. I was so in love with the love between them. And then I just felt the horrific tragedy of the loss. It is so impactful. The depiction of grief is very realistic. Just, either like living in it post-mortem or, kind of like burying yourself in the work because it's maybe too hard to face head on. And I'm also a sucker for the to be or not to be monologue, and it was beautifully used and executed in the climax. The whole Hamlet performance was immaculate all around. And god damn it, I think they played On the Nature of Daylight, and I was like, god damn it, you can't, that's a cheat code.
It really is. I'll never forget watching that for the first time and hearing that song. Everybody knows, like, Arrival is my movie, and
it's your ringtone.
It is. Yeah, I wish.
You're like, oh fuck.
Hearing On the Nature of Daylight, like tears were streaming down my face at the end of that movie. Like I haven't cried that much like in a movie in a long time. But the ending really got to me. It's a beautiful ending. It's a groundswell of emotion. Beautiful performances from Jesse Buckley and Paul Mescal when they're just like staring at each other from across the audience, from across the stage. It's peak acting, perfect ending, great emotion. And then Jacoby Jupe, the little kid too, like walking into the darkness. I'm like, oh, fuck, man, that movie rocks my world. I love it so much.
It's so good on all fronts, man. It is gorgeous. I adore it. I especially just love the look of it. I love when there's scenes that are framed kind of like it is like a stage play, and the actors just get to openly go for a while. Love it. And then final film of the night was Frankenstein.
Oh, what'd you think of Frankenstein? Del Toro's Frankenstein.
What did I think of Frankenstein? Well, first off, Evan, I am so relieved that my first viewing was in theaters. First off.
Yeah.
But secondly, Evan, this has retroactively become my favorite film of last year.
Whoa! Wow!
Yeah,
I did not see this coming.
I love it. I've already seen it twice in the last 2 days. I watched the making of. I love this movie so much.
Holy shit!
I think I cried 3 times for the creature. I whatever the fuck Jacob Elordi is operating on is hitherto undreamt of for me, man. This is what an incredible performance of just capturing vulnerability of new life and just seeing like the sets are gorgeous. I mean, Guillermo, like there's no doubt, but like some like the largest scope I've ever seen without being like crazy like fisheye lens. This is just the scale was amazing. The practicality of it all, the performances are lovely. What Oscar Isaac's able to do to flip from like that entertaining, cocky persona that you were rooting for to achieve this to being that essentially abuser that you want the creature to break away from. It really is another thing firing on all cylinders for me. And the gothic design of it all and the macabre. It's all just everything I love. The music is amazing. The settings, the lighting, like, and how much they put into the actual filmmaking of it to achieve all this. But again, like the standout of the creature itself, the design is incredible, and what Jacob Elordi is able to bring to it is so captivating. I am head over heels for this movie so much.
Holy shit! I did not expect this in the slightest. Wow, this is a movie that I thought was like really good, not great. Not one of my favorite Del Toro, but I need to. I will say I need to watch this again. I did have a great audience though when I watched it for the first time at the Chicago Film Festival. I had a great time watching this. I admired the breadth of the story. I just think that the middle part of this movie gets pretty slow, though I do like the perspective of Jacob Elordi's in the third act. I think the first and third act are my favorite parts of this movie. I do love the stuff with the blind man. And I think is great. I think Mia Goth's character is underwritten. I would have liked more for her. But yeah, I think I just need to rewatch this one more so than a lot of other movies for the Best Picture slate, because it just the emotions didn't really connect with me as much as I wanted it to. But Del Toro is doing a lot, so even if I wasn't like connected emotionally to a lot of the stuff going on, like the set design, the aesthetic is very much a Del Toro vision, and I respect the hell out of it. It looks really strong. It's visually just breathtaking. Jacob Elordi is just. If he was winning Best Supporting Actor, I would love it. I would love it. I think him and Sean Penn are just like two of my favorite performances of the year. For supporting actors, and Delroy Lindo in Sinners too. So great shit. But yeah, I'm shocked. Favorite movie of the year. I think this is in my 20s or 30s. But again, I might just need to rewatch it. But it's a very strong movie. It's a very, very captivating movie. Good, solid narration too.
I think so, man. I love what Jacob's able to achieve with his voice.
Yeah.
Even if it is like manipulated later, just like the cadence that he's able to bring, like the pain of existence that you cannot escape, and the constant pain that you're forced to be a part of because of who you are. It all pairs so beautifully to the point where like he, if he has to live this life, he doesn't want to live alone, so he even has to like do what he probably doesn't want to, but he has to go back to Victor to ask if he can make him a companion. And when he like basically spits it in his face, he reasonably loses it, and he has a wonderful line where it's like, the miracle is not whether of me to speak, but whether you can listen. And he throws him across the room. Like, just these things are so beautiful, how he falls into the role of monster that everyone keeps thrusting upon him, and is basically forcing Victor into torment because that's what he's given him without any choice of, he didn't ask to be made. So just see that all going and to the bitter end where they all, they reach Victor's end, and he says as much in the final words as Victor's passing away, that maybe now we both can be human.
Which is very strong. The monster doesn't die in the movie though, right?
No, he walks away. The crew lets him go. He even helps. Yeah, he watches the sunset the same way from like his very first day being alive when Victor showed him like the sun is life and they bask in the glow. He's basking it again, free from the pain. I love that so
Yeah,
much.
it's a very strong movie. And it does it like his version of the monster is very much like an instantly sympathetic creature, which I've seen a lot of people don't like this interpretation. Like, there's not a lot of like monstrosity in this version of the creature.
A fair bit.
But I don't really mind it. I mean, the monstrosity is like well earned in terms of like these people are being awful to him.
Yeah.
But he wanted a more like introspective, emotional creature.
Yeah.
Draven mentioned The Bride, which is very funny. Not a great movie at all.
Haven't seen. Do you think I'd like
not
it?
Good. I don't think so. But you like everything. I don't know movies you don't. I don't know what kind of movies you don't like. This one for me was just kind of like incomprehensible, both in terms of like I couldn't understand half the things Buckley and Bale were saying, and the plot is just all over the place. It's really weird and not good. But Jake Gyllenhaal's in it, so there's that.
Is he? Oh,
yeah.
Cool. Is he Frankenstein?
No.
Is there a Victor Frankenstein or a Frankenstein?
Yeah. That's no. There's no Dr. Frankenstein. I think he's long passed away.
Oh, okay.
This is like in the 1900s. It's like 100 years after Frankenstein, I guess.
This is where like the original creature that Frankenstein made has lived for so long.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Also, Draven, I did not watch the latest trailer for The Boys. I missed that message.
Yeah. I haven't seen it either. I think at this rate, it's soon, right?
Yeah, it's coming out in April. I'm like, I'm good. I did see that there was a teaser for Marie from Gen V. That she's in. I think she's in there. I don't know if she's in the trailer for like a shot or like there's like a sequence. But I saw people are saying like, oh, it's confirmed Marie's in The Boys, which we knew given the end of Gen V season 2. But I still don't know what kind of impact she's going to have on big body Homelander. Guess we'll see. And I saw the video of Kimiko talking.
Oh, I didn't see that. Do we know when's Invincible coming out?
March 18th.
Okay.
So next Thursday?
Next week? Next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday? It's going to be a Wednesday show. Yeah, it's going to be a Wednesday show. I think episodes 1 and 2 on Wednesday. Daredevil's going to be a Tuesday show.
Got our work cut out for us.
We do. But that's about it. I got to use the restroom, so let's wrap it up.
All right, now we're going to talk about. All right, that's fine.
So again, real quick, to sum it up real quick. So you would go Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle, Secret Agent, Train Dreams, in terms of your favorites, like just reverse.
Yeah, and then coming Saturday for the first time, I'm going to be watching. I don't know if this is exact order, but Cinema Value, F1, and Marty Supreme, and then they'll be concluding the night with Sinners and Begonia, which I've seen both of.
Okay, good. I really wish I could rewatch Sentiment of Value. I also really want to rewatch that one. It's in my top 10 of the year. It really works for me, but I just really want to rewatch it. I love Begonia, and Sinners is my number 2 of the year next to One Battle. One Battle is probably number 1. Sinners is number 2. I think Hamnet was like number 3 or 4 next to No Other Choice. Hamnet's so good. But I also love No Other Choice. Did you see No Other Choice?
Yes, loved it.
You did? Okay. But okay, I gotta wrap it up here. I gotta go. But find me on Twitter, guys. Harris EV9, talking all things anime. This winter anime season is coming to an end in like the end of the month. But spring anime is right around the corner. A lot of good anime coming out. What else am I doing these days? Oscar predictions. It's very Oscar heavy. What's it called? This week, this Sunday, we're doing a live stream of the Oscars on Where Heartbreak Feels Good. I will be there watching the Oscars. Nathan might be there. He's usually there.
Probably not.
We'll see.
I'm house sitting,
Probably
so
not.
I won't be at my
house
desk, so.
sitting. Nathan's getting that dough. Nice. If people are watching the pit, Baby Jane Doe.
Yes.
From the pit.
Jane Doe.
But anyways, yeah. So catch me there. So yeah, doing last Oscar predictions tomorrow night. That should be the case. So if people are interested in that, stick around. Follow me, Harris EV9. How about you, Nathan?
Follow me at _TimeBlazer, making a show called Time Blazer with co-star and creative consultant Evan Harris.
Playing Ben, the best character in Time Blazer, who I think would have loved Hamnet. Not as much as me or Nathan, but I think he would have been a Hamnet fan. He's also an Arrival fan. I think my character of Ben has the same taste in movies as me. So that's just a fact.
This is pretty true, given that I did a in-character Letterboxd top 4 thread a couple years
I keep
back.
forgetting you did that. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, Arrival. I think Arrival and what was it? At least Your Name was both really good. So yeah, totally.
Yeah, Arrival and Your Name, peak movies. You did right there.
Truly. But yeah, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to like button, subscribe, not already, ring the bell so you miss coverage on all things movie and TV. And that being said, hope you have a great day. Catch you guys next time.